Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Join the Patreon to support the channel, follow me on Twitch to watch me stream, and like and subscribe for a groovier time next time you play. Maybe. Today we're building Ash Williams from Evil Dead and Max from Mad Max. Why are they in the same video? Because they're both pretty in demand from the same era, and I'm doing double videos this month. Think of it as a drive-in double feature. It's 1981. The sun is going down. You're on your second date with someone you think is pretty keen. They turn into a monster, and the concession stand forces you to do manual labor for Coca-Cola. We'll start with Ash and touch on the goals for this build. First, we'll get a chain of attacks to saw through zombies. Next, we need to bring that boom stick and give using a gun a shot. Finally, death cart. If you want to kill zombies, build a death cart and twist their bones with twisted metal. For stats, we'll be using the standard point array from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want. Just keep your multi-classing minimums in mind. Intelligence will be number 1. If you want the power of S-Mart, you have to be smart. Constitution next. If you cut off your own hand with a chainsaw, you're one tough customer or employee. Dexterity after that, you're pretty handy with a boomstick, though we won't be needing this for too long. Follow that up with charisma. I wish it could be higher. Bruce Campbell is the king after all. We just need other stuff more. Wisdom is a bit low while you track down deadites. It's not like they're very subtle. We'll dump strength. Ash is a fit guy, but we can patch that up later. Ash is a human. We'll grab the tough feat. Sometimes I grab it because I can't decide on another feat the character should have, but this time I grabbed it because, oh my god, this guy takes a beating. This guy survives 2 full Call of Cthulhu campaigns, then ports the character into a D&D campaign somehow. +2 HP every level you get. Bomb your Constitution and Intelligence with your 2 free points. Take Athletics for your skill of choice, and the Noble background for History and Persuasion. Hail to the king, baby. We're gonna kick things off as an Artificer, letting you grab 2 more skills from the Artificer list like Arcana and Medicine. You gotta know which part of the arm you need to cut off and how to successfully replace that arm with a chainsaw you used to cut it off. You're a Magical Tinkerer, letting you put tiny magical effects into tiny non-magical items, little lights, messages, tinker things. You also get proficiency with Tinkerer's tools, Thieves' tools, and a set of tools of your choice. Gotta be calligraphy. Ash Williams is the coolest. You can also learn spells and cantrips from the Artificer list. Booming Blade lets you make a melee weapon attack against a creature. If that creature moves on its turn, it takes an extra d8 of thunder damage. Put that on a quarterstaff, and it's literally a boomstick. Mending puts 2 pieces of metal together or fixes a small crack in something. Takes a minute, so it's literally just welding. Faster welding? Sure, but it's literally just welding. First level spells. Identify tells you what a magical item is, what it does, and how many charges it has left. Obviously you were a commoner the first time you went to the cabin, but now you're much more Mike Wazowski when it comes to books bound in human flesh. And Longstrider, I guess. 10 extra feet of movement speed. Sometimes the best way to beat deadites is to run the other way. Second level Artificers get better at fighting the undead with magical infusions. Enhanced Weapon adds 1 to a weapon's attack and damage rolls. It makes it magical in terms of overcoming resistances. I think putting a chain around a scimitar blade, then spinning it really fast would be pretty magical. Repeating Shot lets you fire a ranged weapon with unlimited ammo. You don't have to worry about the loading penalty. It's magical and has +1 to attack and damage rolls. Obviously, you've stocked up on ammo at S-Mart. Oh, and Artificers are proficient with firearms. If your DM doesn't have guns in their setting, just use a repeating crossbow. Every time I say that, an angel gets its wings, or I guess a deadite loses some flesh. Sending Stones are little rocky talkies you can cast sending between. You eventually get with the times and pick up a cell phone. For the final infusion, Enhanced Defense, I guess, adds 1 to the AC of a set of armor. You can only have 2 up at a time. Use Enhanced Weapon for the chainsaw and Repeating Shot for your boomstick. Third level Artificers can choose a specialty. Battlesmiths are battle ready, letting you use your Intelligence modifier when attacking with magical weapons like your chainsaw and boomstick. You can also make a Steel Defender, a medium-sized metal construct that you control with your bonus action. If you don't command it with your bonus action, it'll just dodge. The stats are in the Eberron book or Tasha's. They take a while to read out loud, and it's just better to look at them. Short version though has a melee attack, and it can use its reaction to impose disadvantage on a creature attacking an ally within 5 feet of it. We can't quite write it yet, but we'll get there. You also get the Heroism spell for free, making a creature immune to frightening, and they get temporary HP equal to your Intelligence modifier every turn. That doesn't stack, but it will help you shrug off hits better than your bunkmates did. 4th level Artificers get an ability score improvement. Intelligence does literally everything for you. Invest in Intelligence. Battlesmith is so fantastically unmad. That's why Max can't be a Battlesmith later. It's not mad enough. 5th level Battlesmiths get an extra attack, letting you make 2 attacks instead of 1 with your action. Shotguns have 2 barrels, right? You also can learn 2nd level spells. Battlesmiths get Warding Bond for free, letting you pick a creature to get resistance to all damage, gets +1 to its AC and saving throws. You also take damage whenever they take damage, so it's actually the same amount of total damage, just spread out differently. Enlarge Reduce will let you make a creature one size larger, add a d4 to its attacks with weapons, and it has advantage on strength checks and saves. Lasts for a minute and will make your battle buddy large so it can be mounted for a murder cart. 6th level Artificers get Tool Expertise, letting you double your proficiency bonus with tool checks you're proficient with. Chainsaw Arm might be a big ask of your DM, so have a big modifier to roll with. You also get 2 more infusions, don't really need any of these. Mind Sharpener lets you reroll concentration saving throws you fail 4 times, recharging 1d4 charges at dawn. Spell Refueling Ring gives you an extra spell slot of 3rd level or lower. It's always useful, especially if you don't need anything else. 7th level Artificers get Flash of Genius, letting you add your intelligence modifier to a skill check or saving throw of a creature within 30 feet of you an amount of times per long rest equal to your intelligence modifier. You know why Ash always looks so cool? It's because 5 times per day just gets to add 5 to his skill checks. At least he will next level. Because 8th level Artificers get another ability score improvement, letting you cap off your intelligence score for 5 flashes of Genius and much better flashes of Boomstick. 9th level Artificers can learn 3rd level spells. Battlesmiths get Conjure Barrage for free, letting you ignore attack rolls and just force a dexterity saving throw on creatures in a 60-foot cone, dealing 3d8 damage to those that fail, half as much to those that succeed. Sometimes you just gotta slide on a tray in a grocery store while one hand reloading a bolt action rifle at a witch after you come back from the Middle Ages. Haste would be another great way to shoot more, doubling your movement speed, adding 2 to your AC, giving you advantage on dexterity saving throws, and an extra action to dash, disengage, hide, or make an extra attack. It'll last for a minute depending on your concentration, and you'll want to concentrate since dropping it early means you'll miss a round of actions and reactions, unless you were to cast it on your battle buddy. As a Battlesmith, your Murder Cart also gets Arcane Jolt here, letting it add another 2d6 force damage to its attacks, or heal a creature within 30 feet of it 2d6. I think the extra damage would be an extra spin of the propeller, and you can use that an amount of times per long rest equal to your intelligence modifier. 10th level Artificers are Magical Item Adepts, letting you attune up to 4 magical items at once and just in time for 2 more infusions. Gauntlets of Overpower will give you 19 strength for a mechanical hand that could crush steel. Bracers of Archery is only for bows, so we won't get a +2 to a gun. You can only infuse 1 more item here anyway, just do the gauntlets. 11th level Artificers get Spell Storing Item, letting you put an item of 2nd level or lower into an object that can be cast and concentrated on by another creature a number of times equal to double your intelligence modifier. That means 10 minutes of Enlarge Reduce that your battle buddy can cast on itself, so you can just hop in and run down skeletons like you're mowing a lawn, but the bones are the grass. 12th level Artificers get another ability score improvement or feat. Sharpshooter lets you fire at max range without disadvantage, and you can take a -5 penalty to your attack rolls to add 10 to your damage roll. That's a lot more damage to turn the Deadites into Deadites. Dead's already in the name, I can't make a pun. Let's bounce over to Fighter for a fighting style like Archery to add 2 to your attack rolls with ranged weapons, which when paired with the +1 from repeating shot means that you're only taking a -2 penalty with Sharpshooter. It's very accurate. Second Wind lets you heal 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action once per short rest. You have a few long days. Sometimes it's like it's the same day again, but with a slightly bigger budget. 2nd level fighters get Action Surge, letting you make 2 actions in 1 turn once per short rest. That's up to 5 attacks in a round with haste or +80 damage just from your modifiers with Sharpshooter. That's a boomstick. 3rd level fighters can choose a martial archetype, but battle masters get 4d8 superiority die they can add to 3 different maneuvers. Pushing attack forces a strength saving throw on a creature you hit. Failing that, they're pushed 15 feet back. You can use it with ranged weapon attacks. It's hilarious. What, do you load the gun harder? Disarming attack forces a strength saving throw on a creature. Failing that, they have to drop something they're holding, so the Deadites can't use improvised weapons. Goading attack forces a wisdom saving throw on a creature. Failing that, they have disadvantage attacking creatures that aren't you, drawing the fire to you, the tough guy. All of those add your d8 to the damage and will help you save those medieval wusses from the skeletons. Back over to Artificer. 13th level Artificers can learn 4th level spells. Freedom of movement stops anything from slowing you down or restricting your movement speed. You can even break out of non-magical shackles with 5 feet of movement. If your hand doesn't want to cooperate, just cut it off. 14th level Artificers are magical item savants, letting you tune up to 5 magical items and you get 2 more infusions. Arcane Propulsion Armor replaces missing limbs and gives you a melee weapon that deals 1d8 force damage. You can also throw it 20 feet or 60 feet with disadvantage, so if you want, you can literally throw hands. Amulet of Health will jazz up your constitution for 19 more HP. It's just nice to have health. 15th level Battlesmiths get an improved Defender, adding 2 to your Murder Cart's AC. The Arcane Jolt ult bonus is now 4d6, and the arcane deflection deals a d4 of damage. If you try to stop a moving car, you just get run over, especially if there's a propeller on the front of it. 16th level artificers get another ability score improvement. Let's get better at driving with the mounted combatant feat. That'll give you advantage on saving throws against falling off your mount. You can take hits for your mount, and your mount will take half damage on dexterity saving throws and no damage on successful ones. Now you'll be even more safe inside your car. Our capstone is the 17th level of artificer for 5th level artificer spells like Banishing Smite, free from the Battlesmith list. That'll let you add 5d10 force damage to a weapon attack. If that attack lowers a creature's HP to below 50, it'll be banished to its plane of origin, no saving throw, or a harmless demiplane if they're actually from this plane. Send the Deadites back to hell, or Jason back to hell. If that movie ever actually happened, would have been cool. I would have watched it. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, you're dealing consistent damage with a plus 16 damage modifier on your boomstick attacks, which are magical, and you have 2 every turn. You're also really bulky, riding around in a murder cart that can take half damage for you with warding bond and well over 200 HP to begin with. Finally, you can go fast riding on the murder cart, casting haste on yourself or the murder cart to get wherever you need to go quickly. For weaknesses, your wisdom is a bit low, so after 5 uses of Flash of Genius, you could get possessed, or at least your hand could. Your saving throws on maneuvers are also kind of bad since they use your dexterity modifier. They can't use intelligence like the rest of your weapon attacks. Big bummer. Finally, I guess low wisdom means things could sneak up on you for a jump scare. But if you get jump scared, just jump scare the zombies back by blowing their brains out. Get groovy, boomstick and chainsaw your way through the Evil Dead. Now, hit the bathroom and refill your popcorn. Road Warrior starts in 5 minutes. Actually, right now. Or 5 minutes if you pause the video, then go get stuff. Streaming era is so different from how things used to be. Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need to live. That's it, just not die. Next, we need to fight with like anything, whatever we can find. Hopefully weapons. Finally, cars. Driving them. I'm not talking a lot for this one. It's to be in character, not because I have COVID and my throat hurts. Stats, point by, strength, dex, and constitution at 14. Strength is hitting stuff, dex is shooting stuff, constitution is getting hit with stuff and shot by stuff. Wisdom at 13, survival is a wisdom skill, you need to survive. Intelligence at 9, I'd put it at 8 with charisma, but we have an extra point. Both of those things are bad because you don't talk and you don't use magic. Max is a human, tavern brawler feat, let's go. Gives you +1 constitution, 1d4 damage with unarmed attacks, proficiency with improvised weapons, and you can grapple as a bonus action after you make an unarmed attack or improvised weapon attack. Bottle someone, then hug them. Sounds like a fun night at the pub. Bump your constitution and strength with your 2 free points. Take perception for your skill of choice and the soldier background for athletics and intimidation. Also vehicle proficiency, 1 goal done already. Go me. Fighters get 2 more skills. Survival isn't important, and acrobatics will let you bounce around in the Thunderdome. Unarmed fighting will bump your unarmed damage to 1d8 if you have 2 free hands, 1d6 if you only have 1 free hand, and can deal a d4 of damage to creatures you have grappled once per turn. When your family dies, you get a little overzealous with the hugs. Second Wind lets you heal 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action once per short rest, taking a little break to make sure you don't break. Second level fighters get Action Surge, letting you make 2 actions in 1 turn once per short rest. Punch twice, punch and shoot, be creative. Those are the 2 things you can do. Third level fighters can choose a martial archetype. Cavaliers are born to the saddle, giving you advantage on saving throws against falling off your mount, and you can mount up with 5 feet of movement instead of half. You also get another proficiency like animal handling to make friends with a dog. Dogs are pretty friendly, shouldn't be that hard. And Unwavering Mark, letting you hit a creature and give them disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures who aren't you. If they hit someone who isn't you, you get an extra attack as a bonus action on your next turn that has advantage and deals extra damage equal to half your fighter level. You're not losing another person. Well, you probably are, but it's gonna make you mad. 4th level fighters get another ability score improvement. Start with your strength for more punch. Why am I talking like a caveman? Max isn't a caveman, whatever. 5th level fighters get an extra attack, letting you make 2 attacks instead of 1 with an action or 4 with an action surge. Punch more. 6th level fighters get another ability score improvement. Keep doing more strength, it's not done yet. 7th level cavaliers get warding maneuver, letting you protect creatures within 5 feet of you or yourself while holding a weapon or shield. As a reaction, you can add a d8 to their AC. It's an advanced technique called blocking. 8th level fighters get another ability score improvement, cap off your strength, then start pushing up your constitution for more uses of warding maneuver. We're gonna jump over to Barbrarian now. They get unarmored defense, making your AC 10 plus your dexterity and constitution modifier when you're not wearing armor. Some days you don't get to wear leather. Those are bad days. Now, those days won't be so bad. You also get rage, letting you give yourself resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, advantage on strength checks and saves, and a bit of extra damage on your strength-based attacks, because you're Max, and Max is unhappy. 2nd level barbarians get reckless attack, giving you advantage on attacks as long as you don't mind giving your enemies advantage on attacks against you. I don't care if I die at all. everything has sucked lately. You also get danger sense for advantage on dexterity saving throws as long as you can see the source of damage, should save you in case you crash more. Third level barbarians can choose a primal path, totem warriors get a totem, bear gives you resistance to all damage but psychic while you're raging. Sticks and stones might break your bones, but the only thing that really hurts is emotional trauma. Fourth level barbarians get another ability score improvement, round up your constitution and dexterity, even though that'll make your dexterity score odd, will make it less odd later. Bouncing over to ranger now, giving you another skill from the ranger list like stealth when you need to hide in an open desert. That's difficult. You can choose a favorite enemy, you have advantage on tracking. Humanoids is probably the best bet. Maybe beasts if you want to hunt, up to you. Candy gives you expertise in a skill, doubling your proficiency bonus. Survival will help you survive. Do that. Second level rangers can choose another fighting style. Archery adds 2 to your attack rolls with a ranged weapon, making up for your dexterity being a bit lower than I'd like. For your ranger spells, animal friendship forces a wisdom saving throw on a beast. Failing that, they're friendly to you for 24 hours. Make friends with a dog, name it dog, I guess. Hunter's Mark lets you pick a creature to deal an extra d6 of damage to you with your weapon attacks, and you have advantage on checks to track them for an hour depending on your concentration. That unfortunately means it's a no-go with rage, but this will work on ranged attacks as well, or you could use it as a nice backup when you run out of rages. Third level rangers can choose a conclave. Beastmaster Conclave will give you a ranger's companion. The stats for it are in Tasha's. Definitely use the Tasha stats, not the player's handbook stats. They're so much better. Road trips are more fun with dogs. Fourth level rangers get another ability score improvement or a feat. The resilient feat will add 1 to a score and give you proficiency with the saving throw. Use it to boost your dexterity up to an even number and avoid fireballs better. We'll finish this off with more fighter levels. 9th level fighters get Indomitable, letting you reroll a failed saving throw once per long rest. Don't die. 10th level cavaliers hold the line, meaning that you can make an opportunity attack whenever a creature moves within 5 feet of you, even if they don't break engagement. Additionally, when you hit them with an opportunity attack, their movement speed is set to 0. It's a pit maneuver, but with your fist. 11th level fighters get another extra attack to attack again. It's one more attack again, one more time, attack again. It's extra attack. Our capstone is the 12th level of fighter. For one last ability score improvement, let's get your dexterity up to 18. We unfortunately can't cap it, but the archery fighting style will kind of make up for it. That's the only thing we're really using the dexterity for. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, you can hit a lot, and those hits do good damage. You can also take a lot of hits because you have a lot of health and are good at saving throws. The physical ones, at least. Finally, you can fight up close or at a distance, so it doesn't matter where your enemies are, you'll take them down. For weaknesses, we only capped off your strength, not your dexterity and constitution. You need so many stats to make this work. You're so multi-ability dependent. I wish there was a shorter way to say that. You're also lacking charisma. Making friends will be hard. Finally, your dog is gonna die. If you're a beastmaster, you need to invest there for a while, or the dog won't have very much health. So, just find a book that brings things back to life and bring your dog back. Hey, bring your family back while you're at it. Has zombies. Then Ash can fight them, and Max can fight Ash, and I can justify making this a double feature. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe for more. We make D&D videos a lot. Follow me on Twitch to watch me stream, join my Patreon to give me money, and sub to Tulok and Mango for more Tulok fun.